Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Sarah and I post what's for dinner videos. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. This week I have 4 meals that my family loved, and they are all low carb and keto. First, I'm making a green chili chicken, and you're going to start by melting 1 tablespoon of butter and then tossing in a tablespoon of minced garlic. And it calls for a jalapeno chopped, but I didn't have any, so I used just about the equivalent, kind of a little bit more, out of a can of diced jalapenos. And you're just going to stir that around and let it cook for a few minutes. And once that is cooked up a little bit, you're going to put in 3 ounces of cream cheese. Just kind of chop it up and stir it around, as you can see what I do, just to kind of get it melted down. And this was softened as well. And once you have that softened down just a little bit, you're going to add in 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk and 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. Next, you're going to add in a can of diced green chilies, a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of cumin, and half a teaspoon of onion powder. And then you're going to add in a cup of shredded cheese, 5 cups of shredded chicken, and then you're going to just cook that for, you kind of incorporate it all. Looking for the words here. Anyway, and then you're going to top it with cheese and put a lid on it and just kind of let the cheese melt, and then it's all ready. You could use this on nachos. It wasn't really the best. It was probably our least favorite of the week. I think it needed a little bit more seasoning, but I think it would be good in a low carb tortilla or as like a taco salad or something like that. We tried it with pork rinds as nachos, and it wasn't all that good, honestly. But like I said, a little bit salt, maybe done a different way, maybe cooked down, reduced just a little bit as well. I think that would have helped. Next, I'm going to make my personal favorite of the week. Well, at least until the last recipe I'm going to show you. This was really my second favorite. Anyway, it is Cajun cauliflower rice. You're going to start by melting 2 tablespoons of butter in a pan and chop up half of a small onion is what I used. And then you are going to cut up 4 Cajun, I think it was the same choice from Sam's Choice from Walmart, andouille sausage links. And I chopped them up and cooked them until they were all brown and crispy on the edges. Don't mind the pasta in the background. It is what my kids wanted for dinner. And now I have rice, 1 head of cauliflower. As you can see, I had to pick some of those big chunks out because it didn't chop it up enough. Anyway, and then you're going to put in 2 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning, and I ended up heating up another bag of frozen rice cauliflower because I just didn't feel like it was enough, and I wanted to have enough for lunch the next day. So you could either use 2 frozen bags of rice cauliflower, or I would say 2 heads of cauliflower for this. The recipe actually only called for 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. I just felt like it needed to personally. I like a lot of flavor. And then it is pretty spicy. I don't know if it's just the sausage or a combination of both, but just FYI, this is a spicy dish. Now I'm going to be making lasagna stuffed peppers. You're going to start with heating up a tablespoon of oil in your pan and putting a 1/4 teaspoon of fennel seeds in there, just cooking up for just a minute, and then 1.5 pounds of hamburger meat is what I cooked up, and then 1.5 cups of, you either make homemade keto approved type sauces. I just used this one in particular. And then you're just going to mix this all up and get your peppers ready. Once you have your pepper sliced, you're going to fill the bottom half with a spoon of the meat mixture, and then you're going to top it with a tablespoon of ricotta cheese and sprinkle some Parmesan on it. And then you're going to top it again with more of the meat mixture. And I was trying to use as much as I can because I had a lot left over, so it kind of stepped it pretty good. And then you're going to bake it at 350 for 30 minutes. I took it out of the oven and thought I was recording putting the cheese on, but I didn't. But I still showed you what it looked like before I put it back in. Anyway, when you pull it out at 350, you are going to put another tablespoon of ricotta cheese on it and sprinkle it with mozzarella. And then you're going to bake it uncovered. It said 15 minutes. I think they could have used 30. So next time I make these, I'm going to do 30 more minutes after putting them back in as well. And then they were all done. These were so good. I know there are so many stuffed pepper recipes, and there are quite a few that I want to try. You'll have to let me know down below what your personal favorite is, especially if it is keto approved. That's a bonus. It doesn't have to be, but like I said, I want to try different ones. And I guess I should go ahead and remind you to cover it with aluminum foil for the first 30 minutes of baking. So like I said, this is what it looked like once I took them out the first time and put the cheese back on, and this was after. So good. Okay, here we go with our whole family's favorite for the week. It is a BBQ Chicken Casserole. You're going to start with 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. I use Duke's. 1/2 cup of sour cream and 6 ounces of cream cheese softened. And you're going to mix those up really well, and I will link it down below. But it has a homemade barbecue seasoning you can use, or it said you could use your own. So I used 2 tablespoons of the Corky's barbecue seasoning just because it's something we've had and I just wanted to kind of use it. We liked it. And once you put the barbecue seasoning in, you're going to mix that up really well. I'm curious too what your favorite barbecue seasoning is. Bonus points if it's store-bought. I would like to try different ones with this and see if it kind of changes the flavor up at all. And next you're going to throw in about 1 cup of cheddar cheese, mix that up as well. And I cooked about four fairly good sized chicken breasts in my Instant Pot and diced them up the best I could. Some of it was shredded. Anyway, you're going to toss that all in there. Oh, I guess I can't forget about about 1/4 to 1/3 cup of bacon bits. And then after the chicken, you are going to you can put a bag of frozen broccoli in it, or how I did it in my Instant Pot, I chopped up and steamed a head of cauliflower, and it was a perfect amount. And then you're going to transfer it to a baking dish, top it with cheese, and cook it at 350 for 30 minutes. Also, I figured I would add that if you are not like a huge fan of cauliflower, I mean, yeah, you can tell it's cauliflower, but with all the seasonings and everything that's in this, it really doesn't taste strongly of cauliflower at all. My husband is not a huge fan of cauliflower. Like, he struggles through most cauliflower dishes that I make. But he said this tasted just like a loaded baked potato with chicken in it. And then as soon as he said that, that's all I could taste. It's so true. It was really, really good. I don't know why I keep forgetting about these bacon bits, but you add more bacon bits to the end too before you put it in the oven. And look at that. It was so pretty and so bubbly. I highly recommend this one. If you don't try anything else in this video, be sure to try this one. It's so worth it. And thank you so much for watching this week. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell.